Hi, this is Seth Killian, Senior Manager of Community at Capcom Entertainment Incorporated. I also organize the EVO fighting game tournaments, and I'm a lifelong Street Fighter nut, and thought I'd share a little more info on the special moves for some of our new Street Fighter 4 characters. Abel. Abel's a grappler with some juicy combos to boot. He's one of my favorite characters in the game, so I think he's most effective up close and personal, and he's got a lot of tools to help him get there. Change of Direction. Change of Direction is a three-part series that the moves of which you can combo together, and this move is a little strange to talk about, but I think the easiest way to think about it is it's kind of like Fei Long's Rekikens, although it's pretty different in the details. So the move always starts with a quarter circle forwards plus punch, which is sort of like a hooking overhead punch. And it's quick, and this is pretty safe even if your opponent blocks it. And then after the first hook punch, you can hold towards and punch or kick to do the second attack. Punch will do a secondary low punch that hits mid, and kick will get you a low kick that you have to block low. For the third part of the series, it ends with a grappling move, so you just hold towards and punch or kick again to get the third move. A kick will make Abel grab low and then flip the opponent feet first into the air. And punch is a neat looking grab where Abel will flatten himself on the ground and sort of throw the opponent across his body the other way, hence the name Change of Direction. Abel is a grappler, so one of his core moves is his 360 plus punch. This is called the Tornado Through. I think it should be Tornado Throw, but reading what I have in front of me, it's called the Tornado Through. And basically, Abel just picks up the opponent over his head, swings him around a few times, and then ends with a particularly disrespectful looking slam. So for 360 grab, this has pretty good range, does nice damage, and is overall a nice option, and sort of the core of any good grappler is their 360 throw, and this is a pretty good one. Marseille rolling is done with a quarter circle back plus punch, and this isn't an attack that hits anybody, it's a roll you use for various kinds of tricks. So you roll longer distance based on the button you use to do it. Jab button will take you a pretty short distance roll, fierce is long, and strong is in the middle. The roll has some ability to pass through fireballs, but it's not really invulnerable. If you try and do this against somebody who's jumping in on you, for instance, you'll just get kicked right out of it. So again, jab moves you a nice short distance, so there's a bunch of tricks you can do, like cross up forward kick, then roll quickly to the other side, and then maybe play a little guessing game about whether you'll go for a 360 or try and combo off of a low kick, or even just roll back to the other side and begin the guessing game again. The longer rolls are also good for just closing the distance on an opponent and getting Abel up close where he's most effective. Wheel kick. This is done with a quarter circle back plus kick. Abel turns around and sort of throws himself at you, legs and butt first. This is reminiscent of Ken's Ryusen Kyaku from Capcom vs. SNK 2, if you know that game and play Ken. It goes different distances based on the button you press, so short kick goes a short distance, forward kick is medium, and roundhouse will take you almost full screen. This move has to be blocked high, and it works really effectively for closing the distance fast. It also has enough priority to trade with whatever random move you might have caught your opponent doing at the time. And it's also great because you can 2-in-1 this move off a lot of Abel's normal moves, like his really long-range low roundhouse. So you can do low roundhouse and then combo that into wheel kick, and it's really effective. So this isn't fast enough to function like a traditional overhead attack, but it does get you in close and creates a lot of pressure. Skyfall. Skyfall is done with a dragon punch motion and a punch, and this is an anti-air grab, kind of similar to Alex's knees from Street Fighter 3 if you played Alex. Basically, Abel just does a snatch up into the air, and if you're in the air that he's snatching at, he'll grab you and slam you back down to earth. This won't hit anybody that's not already in the air, and the timing to hit somebody even while they're jumping is pretty tight, so if you find yourself getting hit with this a lot, then you're probably being too predictable. You can also use this in a combo if you hit the opponent with Abel's Crouching Fierce, because it has the unusual property that it actually launches them into the air a little bit, just high enough for this grab to hit them if you're quick with it. So give that a try. Abel super combo. This is done with a quarter circle forward ×2 plus any punch. I don't read Japanese, so I can't tell you what the name is. The only word I can read is Mushin, so we'll call it the Mushin. This super is pretty cool because it has 3 different finishes depending on which button you use to activate it. So if you use jab punch, it'll end with sort of a shoulder check. Medium will finish you off with a 360 grab, and Fierce will actually launch you into the air before ending with the anti-air slam. So the super move starts with a hook punch, just like the first attack in his change of direction special, and the priority is not super amazing on the super combo, but it does combo really easily, and especially if you do it after the first hit of his change direction special. So you can do that first kind of hook punch and cancel pretty easily into the super combo, and pretty effective. Abel's ultra combo is done with quarter circle forward ×2 plus 2 punches, and again, I don't read Japanese, so the only word I can read is Muga, so I'm calling it the Muga. Regardless of what it's called, this is a really powerful move. It does a ton of damage, and right now has some really good invulnerability on it. So basically, Abel rushes about half screen, kicks you in the groin a bunch of times, then tosses you into the air, follows you up into the air, and slams you back down with his shoulder. Looks really brutal. I haven't gotten tired of this yet, no matter how many matches I win using it. So one of my favorite ultra combos in the game.